My name's Jarid Kennedy. I'm 35 years old. I compete in the sport of woodchopping, which is a sport that I've been competing in for the last 26 years. Initially I watched my father woodchop and my grandfathers back when they used to be involved in woodchopping in early days. I always wanted to do what, obviously like any young fellow, I want to do what my father does. I've travelled to a couple of different places with woodchopping. All over Australia. Here in Victoria we've got a lot of country shows. Basically in woodchopping you've got the standing block, the log is put in an upright cradle or a dummy, underhand. Obviously you set it up laying down. The highlight probably of my woodchopping career would be going to Canada in 2006. When I went to Canada I was actually taught an event called tree felling. I was taught that event by Mitchell Hewitt and one of my friends over in Canada. You actually cut a hole, a board hole, and you put the board in the hole, jump up on that board, cut another board hole, jump up onto that board, and then you get up and cut the log at the top. Yeah, look, I don't think I've ever done a running event that wears you out as much as a tree felling event. The father and son event in woodchopping is a very prestigious event. It's just an event that sort of brings that little bit more to the sport. You take that bit more pride in it, I guess, because you're there with dad, you know, and you sort of get each other keyed up, and you sort of, you want to succeed with your father, you know what I mean. I've only cut myself once woodchopping. I actually cut my finger, but I was flicking a chip off the axe head itself. And we're not talking a wood heap axe here, we're talking one that'll shave the hair off your arm. I know plenty of people that have sort of, reduced their shoe size a bit, but you don't look at your feet. If you look at your feet, that's when you hit them. You've probably got more injuries in one game of football than you have in a whole season of woodchopping across the board. The standard start for a woodchopper is usually Axeman, stand up your logs, get ready, go. 1, 2, 3, and so on and so on. Your handicap event brings everyone onto a level playing field. So if my handicap is 10, that means I'll go off the count of 10. If someone else is off the count of 15, they go off 15. There's an event called the butcher's block. Now, it can either be an underhand or a standing block event. It's basically when there's a log that's quite a lot bigger than usual. Normally you would cut one at a time. The log's that big that you can actually physically cut at the same time, so you're both actually one standing on one side, one on the other. Yeah, I was lucky enough to partner up with the gentleman by the name of Bill Yude. Bill used to be the world champion tree feller once upon a time, so it was a bit of an honour just for Bill to come over and partner up with me to cut in that standing block. Yeah, I guess woodchopping was always going to be my main sport. It's just the one that you had the most passion for. So